Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atomic Salt Live Show. This is the weekly live show. We're going to discuss everything in the tabletop hobby world. I am Wild Chevy, and you're looking at my work desk today. But as always, I'm joined by my buddy Casey. Casey, how are you this week?
I am so relieved because looking at your desk makes me feel so much better about mine.
Is that like an OCD thing, or
Uh, it's pretty hammered right now. It's just pretty trashed and full of stuff, but it still looks better than yours.
mine is a organized mess? I know exactly where everything is here, and it's all got a form and function.
You know, the guy who works down at the dump says the exact same thing.
Hey, you know what? A clean desk is the side of a dirty imagination.
And
All right, let's start off how we normally start off. Let's discuss what we've done this week. Have you done anything in the hobby world?
yeah, actually, so last week was me all just like whining and crying about the airbrush. Uh, I've overcome that. So first thing I did is I went down to Hobby Lobby and I got some of this stuff right over here. Stand by one. This is the Cratex Wicked Colors. It's kind of like their higher end design for airbrush paints. So, and that's kind of like an airbrush reducer. So I picked up some of that stuff and I started thinking, man, it's, in my garage where I've been airbrushing, I've left the airbrush there. And it's getting up 100 plus degrees in there. And the airbrush has been sitting in there. So I thought, well, maybe the airbrush is like physically too hot. So I brought that inside, let it cool down, swapped to the bigger needle, got the paints that it was supposed to get, set it to 35 PSI like it recommended, and man, it flowed beautifully.
Do you have any photos of this work?
You know what? I probably could bring up some photos, but I'm a little lazy. So let me show you what I've been doing instead. I got it right here. These are the shark mounted laser buildings. I don't know if you can see it here. This is a blue one. So basically what I did is I did everything in a grayscale. Oh, and now they're stuck together. That wasn't a good idea.
Oh, you live and you learn, right?
Yeah. So anyways, I did the whole building in a grayscale, and then top and bottom, and then kind of like pre-shaded black along the bottoms and the corners. And then I took a secret weapon washes, and basically just kind of went over and tinted it that color. So this is their sapphire tint. And let's try this one. Oh, this one comes off nice. So here's one of the shark mounted laser L-shaped buildings. So we even did the inside just a little bit. This was their ruby wash. And I gotta say, of all the three washes I'm gonna show you here, like the ruby wash really went on the best. And it seemed to have the strongest pigment. And I could put it down in a nice, really fine layer. And then here's just one of their typical square buildings. Another thing kind of looks blue with the camera, but this was their green black. This one seemed to have like the least amount of tinting to it, and then it has like a roof to go with it. It had the least amount of tinting to it, but at the same time, I think I like the color the best. I had to get about three layers down on it before it looked nice. But I think that green looks really sharp now that I've been kind of sitting there looking at them for a couple of days. I think I've got another 3 buildings to do. One is another square like that, and then there's 2 more L shapes. I think I'm just going to do those other ones all in the green black. Oh, yes, here we go. And there's the blue one with the top pulled off. So I have been enjoying my airbrush to no small extent.
Well, pretty good. That's always nice to see more hobby uses with the airbrush.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I was really looking at the ghost tints because I was like, they do the similar thing, but this was just kind of an experiment. I said, why don't I just try putting a wash in there? I know it'll blow out. And yeah, over something that was already like gray shaded or pre shaded, it just worked phenomenal. I was very, very happy with it. I will say though, like this square building, like just this used probably a quarter, maybe a third of a bottle of Secret Weapon Wash. So it is kind of intense. I might need to go pick up a couple more bottles if I'm gonna do another building or two.
Very cool. I've actually got a terrain project coming up here soon. I'm working on a collaboration with Dormicon RTD. So you'll be seeing some underground laser stuff coming from my channel.
Oh, nice. I've actually got a whole bunch of underground laser stuff too from one of their Kickstarters.
So anything else
So,
this week on your hobby world?
I played some board games with some friends, but that's about it. It was a lot of time spent doing spraying terrain, and I've got a lot more ahead of me too. What about you? What have you done in hobby?
This week was a gaming gambit. It's 4th of July here in America, so I had a little extra free time to play, and I did it all. I did Warhammer 40K, lost. I did uh, uh, War Machines, won, and I played Infinity and lost twice. Uh, I will say 17 orders in a Steel Phalanx list is brutal to face.
17 orders in any list is pretty brutal to face.
Uh,
But
I
I've been
was
trying to think like how they did that because they're steel phalanx is so expensive.
I think it was Myrmidons and was it Automatarkos or it was two. It was like three fire teams. It was brutal. It hurt.
Yeah, I think I've come up with 12 order lists, maybe 13 order lists, but man, 17 is impressive. So, but
Oh, hey,
I just gotta, Alan, when was the last time you won a game of 40K?
I believe it was like fifth edition.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
we've actually got a first comment question. Dharmacon RTD is asking Casey, is that a particular table of terrain or just assembling painting random terrain?
This is actually going to be for my personal table. So it's a load of shark mounted laser stuff. And then all the scatter is from underground lasers. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we're going to see a whole table come together.
Very
Because
cool.
because I've been told by my wife that I need to build a new table because the old one is just kind of getting in the way. So building a new table, and I'm getting a whole bunch of terrain set to populate it.
It's always nice when the wife says you can go and spend money.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of spending money and infinity, this is 4th of July. Have you seen the teasers for US Ariadna?
Yes, I have. Can we spend a little bit of time talking about this? Because that's another reason why I was thinking that olive drab green building is going to look really great. With a whole
And
bunch of
for all of you out there who haven't seen it yet, here's a screen picture from courtesy of the War Games Consortium Infinity uh, group on Facebook. This is a photo tweeted out and on the forums. This is what we're getting for the US Ariadna. Pre-order pack starts July 6th. And aren't they a beauty? Nothing like an attack scooter.
it's kind of like a futuristic dirt bike, like a military dirt bike. So I love them. If you go on the forums, I will say that people are fairly divided on this, but gosh, where are they not with models, right?
It's very true.
So I don't know, Alan. What do you like? What's standing out to you here?
Oh, let's see. We got some devil dogs in the background. We got some future future-esque real world variants of troopers, and we got the attack bike. The devil dogs in the back. I love looking at those. They're not exactly like the other Wolfmen we've seen in 40K or not 40K Infinity. And yes, these are looking very. This looks like a very good army.
Yeah, it's interesting because the one leaning over looks just like a regular antipode, but yeah, that one standing up, he doesn't look like your regular Wolver or or a Dogface. So yeah, I think I gotta wonder like the size of him. I wonder if he's gonna be kind of like a tag type character. If we're gonna see like some Ajax or Tariq style like stats for him.
Very interesting. I mean, I'm really curious on the fluff. Previously, when they were coming up to the teasers for this teaser, bringing up, they had a lot of. They're talking about being on the edge, that this is their last stand type of stuff. So I'm really interested to see how the fluff is. But from what you see in the trailer video, we're gonna get these miniatures here and something akin to Operation Ice Storm. We'll have these miniatures, a booklet of all the stuff, the rules for them, and the flat pack terrain.
Yeah, it basically looks like their Mototronica set that they came out with Operation Ice Storm. We saw them reskin it for Aleph recently, kind of like a high tech version, and now we're getting like an Ariadna version of it, something a little bit more low tech. But yeah, it looks like they're going to have all sorts of cutout templates for people to use, and I think it's almost like a great way for like your buddies picked up Operation Ice Storm, and now you're kind of looking at it and you say, I don't know about this too much, or about like Nomads or Pano, but then bam, here is Ariadna in a box. Like, it's a whole story.
Very true. Now, I've got another question out there from one of our watchers, and I'll let you answer this, and you at home, if you're watching, put it down in the comments below. What do you think will be the extreme adoption rate of the US Ariadna in USA? I mean, we see a lot of people picking this up, dropping their old forces, like maybe like a Toha player doesn't want to play Toha anymore.
Okay, yeah. So personally, my Toha are up for sale now. So if in a nicely painted Toha starter box, let me know. Because I love these guys. But I don't know, because I think that these miniatures are pretty polarizing. I know a lot of people aren't too hot on the motorcycle. I've also seen a lot of people say that they're not too impressed with kind of the style of the miniatures. They feel like the poses are a little bit too static. So I think it'll sell well. I think it'll sell really well, considering you're getting like this whole big force. I mean, really, all you do is
pose-wise. I mean, a lot of this stuff looks exactly like Ariadna stuff is right now, and I'm actually curious what other Ariadna units can go into this sectorial. I mean, I'm guessing Van Zant, at least. I'm hoping the 112, because that is the most powerful unit in the Infinity game.
Oh, blah blah blah. Thank you, son of Carlos. Yeah, the 112 is fine. No, I think 112 is MMRF, so I think he's already been spoken for. Because if he was America, he'd be 911.
But yes, it's curious. I mean, do you have any stat lines on some of these guys right now?
Yeah. So let me pull it up here. So we can just take a look here at what we've already seen. So first and foremost, we know that we're getting a triplet of Ariadna grunts. So the line rangers, they're going to be our line infantry / middle infantry. Move 2, so they're a little bit slower. Pretty middling stat line if you look at it all. Armor 3, which will be nice on kind of like your basic guys. So any Steel Phalanx players will notice. These will feel pretty familiar. These will feel kind of like your Thoracitai. A little bit more options. So you got a rifle, heavy flamethrower, HMG. I think it's cool. You actually have a sniper rifle with marksmanship level X. So
and longtime watcher of the show, Eric Defoe, just told me this box is not a full 300 points.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's not. Yeah, we have no idea how much the bikes are and the Devil Dog's going to be, but yeah, just looking at what we do know, this, yeah. Well, Ariadna, you always have a lot of orders. So, but you also you get your forward observer, paramedic, no engineer, which is a little interesting, and a couple of cheap lieutenant options. But I kind of like that you can all give these guys inferior infiltration with heavy flamethrowers. That just sounds fun to me.
Now, what special skills are we able to see?
Just shock immunity.
Interesting.
So, although I will say, I think that the marksmanship level X on the sniper rifle is kind of interesting. I mean, it's true, he's only ballistic skill 11, but if you use marksmanship level X, you only get one shot, but it gives you +6 to your ballistic skill. And if you're in the right range band, you'll get a good shot in. So I think there's a lot of versatility here. The Minutemen, which is another one that we already had out, the model we're seeing here is a resculpt of probably one of the worst sculpts in the Corvus Belli inventory. He's a non-hackable heavy infantry. Again, has shock immunity, multi-terrain. Kinematic level 1. I guess that's okay on a physique 13 guy. But, I gotta love this first profile. Rifle plus 2 light flamethrowers on an armor 3 guy.
And rocking at only 22 points, which isn't shabby.
Yeah. Chances are, as we just heard, this is not a full 300-point box. You're going to have a lot of other orders. It sounds weird, but this is the guy that I'm going to walk around the corner and rely on my armor save and just open up with 2 flamethrower templates. So he's going to be kind of like my guided missile. I'm just going to ram down their throat. But if you want to be more subtle, they do have a forward.
I mean, he is a Minuteman, so I mean, in the ICBM world.
Well, I mean, think about it. Pay 1 more point, and now you've got a forward observer with 2 flamethrowers. Why would you not take that? That's almost an auto include in my mind. If you want to, you can take that same profile, give them marksmanship level 1 plus an X visor. So I'm fairly certain you're going to see a lot of the Minutemen in your list. Foxtrot Rangers. These guys, it's your pretty typical camo infiltrator. So no armor, no BTS. So I don't know why you would ever make this guy your lieutenant. I mean, unless you were just going to stick him in the back corner, keep him as a camo token or something. But you know what? He does have, what I like is down here. Again, it's one of the cheaper profiles, but he's a forward observer with anti-personnel mines. So infiltrating camo token, that is a specialist and has anti-personnel mines for only 18 points. What is there not to love with this guy?
Yeah, you can get some nasty stuff going on first turn with those.
Yeah, close combat skill isn't amazing. Ballistic skill isn't amazing. Physique and willpower are okay. It's you're bringing this guy for the mines and the forward observer and the ability to get him up the board fast. So hopefully you'll be able to take a couple of these guys and you can make a really fast or really aggressive force because remember the grunts, you can all give them inferior infiltration. So you can move them up the board and kind of mitigate their slow movement.
Well, I mean, for an objective mission, I mean, having forward observers is always great to have.
Oh yeah, you infiltrate these guys up, throw down some anti-personnel mines to slow your enemy down. You've got a lot of grunts who are already moving quickly up the board, and then you got your hard cases. They're not in this box, but we saw that really cool, again, polarizing model earlier. But he has ambush camouflage plus infiltration. So not only does he come down as a token, not only does he get to infiltrate as a token, but he gets to put down an additional camo token. So I'm not advocating you play a full camo list, but I'm just saying that it could be you could really easily have 3 or 4 camo tokens up the board and play a real shell game with your opponent.
Just remember to mark your camo tokens. Makes it a lot easier for you and your opponent.
Oh gosh, if I ever when I get these guys done and painted up and play in a tournament, I'm gonna have like the most America wife beater white trash shirt to wear. Like it's gonna have an eagle riding a Harley Davidson, like with a flag motif in the background. It'll bring a tear to your eye.
So does that mean you're pulling the trigger on US Ariadna?
Yes, I have to say I am, because everything I've seen, it feels like these guys are going to be great. I know a lot of people don't like the models. I think the models look great. And from what we do know with the infiltrators, with the Foxtrot Rangers, the grunts having inferior infiltration, if we can plug a hard case in there, the Devil Dogs, we don't know exactly what their profile is going to be. My personal guess, and this is everybody feel free to shout down and tell me I'm wrong, but we'll probably see like a Wolver profile with like a G-synced antipode. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So you'll have infiltrating units. You're gonna have those fast-moving units. You've got the motorcycle, which is fast, and they call it a recon bike. So I'm hoping you'll have like a forward observer option for it. So it seems like this is going to be a really fast-moving and really hard-hitting army, and I like that. I think that looks cool. What about you, man? Are you going to pull the trigger on this?
It's so hard to. I mean, I was always saying if I was to have a second army, it'd be US Ariadna. Just because I love some of the Ariadna troop profiles as it is, I just did when I play Merovingian. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I always had a really hard time with Ariadna because I wanted to play them, but I couldn't find anything that I really liked.
And there's no tag. I mean, we have the dirty dogs,
Devil Dogs.
Devil dogs. It'd be great to see like maybe the Anaconda get funneled into US Ariadna.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, typically stuff that gets put in one sectoral isn't really shared across the other sectorals. So I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I don't think it's likely. My guess is that the Devil Dogs are going to have most tag type profile.
From what I did see though in comments is the use of drones, because right now the U.S. military is very high into using drones right now.
Interesting idea. I don't think it will because in the game, Ariadna is your low-tech force. which is kind of a dichotomy with the U.S. military right now, which is the most high tech in the world. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just don't see that fitting in. Drones and remotes are kind of a nomad thing.
Yeah, very true. So, question is out there for you guys watching this: are you going to pull the trigger on US Ariadna? We don't know if this is going to be limited run box. We've seen it before with Operation Ice Storm and a few other things, that these go quickly. And there's going to be an exclusive miniature. In fact, let's watch the video of the trailer and see what's all inside. Yeah, just let me know, and we'll pause it and for discussion.
My screen is actually black, so I can't see anything that you're doing. So you just pause whenever you feel like and tell me what we're talking about.
All right. First thing we see is some of the quotes through the trailer. And we have the photo here that we've showed before. This is all the grouping of US Ariadna. Here is the terrain pack. Like I said, the box is about the same size as Operation Ice Storm. You will have some dice here, your army pack book, looks like templates that you'll need to play, and the scenery pack designed for this.
Yeah, I'll bet my lunch. And as a fat guy, I really love my lunch. That this is really just a reskinned version of the Motortronica pack that we're going to see here. Plus the templates that we saw for Operation Ice Storm.
All right, let's take a look at the units here. We got the 307th Marauder, 7th Foxtrot Rangers.
Yeah, and the Foxtrot Ranger is a resculpt. And what an excellent resculpt it is. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it looks a lot better now. Just a lot better.
And we have the Devil Dogs with the BFG pistol.
I wonder if maybe there's going to be like a chain colt pistol, which is basically a pistol version of a chain rifle.
No, that's Vash the Stampede's gun right there. And the 5th Ohio looks like machine gun. The double doors. And this guy looks like he's ready for barbecue, America style.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's actually that's going to be the 2 light flamethrowers is what we're looking at. So I'd like to think that it's a Molotov because Molotovs are awesome, or like a pair of assault pistols because assault pistols are awesome. But my guess is that those are the light flamethrowers, which are still awesome. So we win either way.
And then we have the Mavericks, the 9th Motorized Recon Group. Looking at the picture here compared to the art, it looks really good. I mean, we've seen a couple of different bike styles. Jujing has their bike style. We've seen Hawk Islam's bike style. Steel Phalanx has their zippy bike style. This one is very utilitarian. This is made for something to be used, not to play around with.
Yeah, this actually looks like a military tool, like a real military vehicle. I could see the U.S. Army using a bike like this right now. But yeah, how the Maverick Recon or whatever they're describing them as, that just makes me think that they're going to have some kind of forward observer rule, maybe even like a scout rule. I don't know, on a bike that seems kind of crazy, but I expect we'll see kind of something special with these guys or girls.
It would be interesting if these will have the extremely impetuous like we have with all the other bikes.
No, not. It's just your Coom riders that are extremely impetuous. Penicillae is just regular impetuous, and I think all of the Eugene models are regular impetuous.
But it'd be interesting. So we're pretty sure that this might have an impetuous roll at least.
Yeah, it might. It might not. It could be their special thing.
And then we got the Navajo Outpost pack. I I mean, it's a reskin, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, without a doubt, it looks good. I mean, if you're trying to stock up your table and you don't have a whole bunch of shark mounted laser terrain sitting around, then this is the way to go. You buy one, your buddy buys one, we're all playing US Ariadna, and we all have tables full of this terrain. And we're all happy, right?
Indeed. I mean, that's 3 different styles of terrain you can pick up. So you can have a unique looking board real fast.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work so well with like the left one, because those are pretty different. But I think this would actually go really well with the Operation Ice Storm terrain.
Yeah, very true. And we got custom dice. I see that green military colored dice. All the N3 templates and tokens and markers that you could possibly use. And the Army pack, the Ranger Assault Force.
Okay, tell it to me straight, Alan. What do you think about those dice?
I mean, dice, they're green. I mean, you and I, working with the military enough, we've seen that green color everywhere.
I guess, and this just tells you that this is really meant for like the new players. Like maybe you don't have a D20 or a couple of D20s, but this is one where I'm like, and I really don't care about those.
But it's always nice to have an extra set of dice when you're showing this game off to somebody new, and that's always a good thing.
Or like I said, if you're brand new to the game, you don't have your D20s yet for some reason. I mean, we're gamers. I have D20s on my shelves and all over the place. But if you want to feel cool, I guess.
And one of the things here we see in the pre-order, this is always my Achilles heel when it comes to exclusives. This is exclusive for the pre-order. It's the miniature. It's the Maverick dismounted girl. So you could use this one as your high value target. And she looks pretty cool. She's rocking the headband, and exclusive miniatures are always the one thing that takes my money.
Yeah, like I look at her, I go like, okay, it's a dudette. She's not really doing anything all that interesting or all that special. So, now that being said, it's really nice to have an unmounted version of your motorcycle mini, because technically they can all get off their motorcycles, but we don't have, with the exception of Izab Beg or whoever the new Coom leader is, we don't actually have dismounted versions of them. So it's nice that you get that. But most of the time, I'm probably just going to use her as like another Foxtrot Ranger or something like that.
And let's see, anything else? No, just more shiny photos of our new Ariadna set.
Like I said, and I love them.
Yes. And pre-order starts tomorrow, May 6th. Or not May 6th, July 6th. And you'll be able to get this through CorvusValley.com, InfinityGame.com. Check with your local stores and suppliers. You can probably get these on pre-order as well. And with all Infinity stuff, we will have a Beast of War Infinity week as well.
Yeah, we're gonna start learning a lot more about them here this next week. But and I'll be shocked. I'll be really shocked if they don't have these to pick up at Gen Con.
Oh, and Eric Defoe just told me this a little interesting tidbit. The exclusive miniature is Taylor Swift. So hopefully we'll get more information behind that.
Hey, I love Taylor Swift. I mean, my girls love Taylor Swift. So
So we'll see Casey shake it off when he buys this new box.
I'm gonna shake my Toha off. No. Yeah, it's always kind of fun when they see that. I didn't really see Taylor Swift, but then again, I'm not a music person, so there you go. Yeah, my big question I'm kind of wondering right now is what is this going to cost?
Yes, that's the big question. I mean, it might be around the same price as Operation Ice Storm. I mean, we're getting about almost as many miniatures.
Well, you know, Operation Ice Storm came out with essentially a starter box on each side. We're getting 10 here. So you could pretty easily say double the miniatures, double the cost. And you know, your average starter box is gonna, depending on where you buy it, you're looking at $35 to $45. And then on top of that, you've got the cost for the scenery pack. I'm going to ignore the dice and stuff, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this clocking around right around $100.
100 at least. And no, it's not that bad. I mean, these are high quality miniatures. It's a good looking set. It comes with rules and all that. If you don't want to buy Operation Ice Storm because everybody in your local meta has those two armies, this is a great box to play and it brings in something new.
Yeah, I'm just wondering here, cost wise, what all we have here, like points wise. Yeah, I mean, we're probably looking at, I'm guessing with all of these guys, maybe 200 points worth. So you throw in the hard case, you know, Van Zant, a couple more pieces there, and you've almost got a full army. So, I mean, this is a great starter army. I would almost call this like a starter plus, because you're going to also have lots of options on how to play there. And then you could always just pair this up with like a generic starter box for Ariadna or like MRRF or something. Actually, I really like the idea of pairing that with the Merovingian starter set. You know, where you've got like the Moblot, and I think they got a Chasseur in there.
Well, I mean, with like Operation Ice Storm, they always in the back they said, "Here's how to take your set to 300 points." So it'll be interesting to see what they suggest to add to this group.
Yeah, without knowing what everything is and what else is coming out in the next little bit, you'd probably want to switch back to vanilla. You know, pick up pick up some artillery pieces. Like you said, maybe a 411 or 114 or whatever the heck he is. The axe guy, some engineers, so kind of some heavier artillery stuff. But yeah, this is enough to play for quite a while. Not 300, but I bet you could get 150 to 200 out of it.
It's infinity. So you can get 300 points real easy with just a blister or two, and you won't be breaking the bank like with other games.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I've got a buddy of mine. He's actually just starting to look into getting a miniature gaming in. The first thing he saw was 40K, and he was like, "Oh man, this is awesome! Space Marines are cool. I love it." And then he started looking at the price tag. He's like, "So what do I need?" I'm like, "Well, I'll loan you a rule book, and we can look at some codices, but you know, those will run you about $50. And then like the starter armory box, it'll be 110, 120. But that's not really like enough to actually play. So either you'll want to get 2 of those, or you'll want to get this and this. And I mean, we were clocking like $400 or $500 just to get started. And he had a bit of sticker shock going on. I was like, well, let me show you the other game over here. Like you can do a whole army for $100.
Oh yeah, see, very easily. That's one of the great things I like about Infinity. It's got a very low cost and a high value for what you buy.
Yeah, I mean, it is a skirmish game, so sometimes you just feel like rolling a million dice and moving huge armies across a table. Don't get me wrong, I find that fun. But at the same time, it's a lot easier to justify a brand new Infinity army than, heck, even upgrades to my old army, like my existing 40K armies.
Well, looks like Casey's going to pull the trigger. A few of you out there have said that you're going to pull the trigger. I am waiting for my Shining Syndrome to kick in, so I'll most likely be pulling the trigger tomorrow. It'd be interesting to see when this actually will be available. The pre-orders, if it's going to be in August or September, and what else is coming down the line from Corvus Belli at Gen Con.
That's what we got to do, because like everybody is going to be buying this thing. We got to just do like a giant Google Hangout and all like put together our U.S. Ariadna stuff together.
Get all our America going on.
Yeah, we'll get like Charlie Daniels playing in the background and stuff. We'll all make America jokes and
10-gallon hats and PBR.
I like it. If you guys want to see a America assembly night, let us know.
That's all I have to show off. Anything from you, Casey? Anything else?
That's kind of it. This is the only thing that I really, really wanted to talk about tonight. So,
all right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sending us some questions and comments online. And you can do this if you have any other comments, post them down below and through YouTube or on the G Plus page. We want to know what you guys think. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to see more, because we're going to be doing a lot more Infinity stuff coming down the pipeline. Casey, anything else?
Just that, for a second, we love your comments. We love your comments, or your comments, your questions. Tell us you love us. Tell us you hate us. Tell us we're idiots. We just like to hear from you. But if there's anything else you guys want to point out to us, feel free to shoot us an email at theatomicsalt@gmail.com. So this is The Atomic Salt, and Corvus Belli has just blown our minds.
America.
America.
Have a good night, folks. I'm going to go back to assembly.